LeBron James shines as the Lakers and the rest of the NBA playoff teams start their 16-win run for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs start off with an epic duel of two captains on the ice. We'll show you this and a lot more.
Then Brock Lesnar hangs up his boots after a historic match at Wrestlemania 42. We got the fallout from his match with Obafemi and a recap of the weekend mania.
NASCAR sees a familiar face win the checkered flag in Kansas.
Marriage proposals, blockbuster trades, and a plethora of goals in MLS Matchday 8. All this and much more on They Be Talkin.
They be talking, 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 talking,
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to another fun episode of They Be Talkin. That's right. It's your girl, Shorty Bang Bang, right here. And over there is Dizzy, my masked amigo. What's going on?
Look, girl, the fallout of everything that happened over this weekend, Shorty, it just feels like, you know, we're seeing fights everywhere, in the ring, in the stands, on the ice, in my backyard. Just crazy.
Your backyard?
Yeah, you should have seen how the cat went at it with the possum. Like, it was insane.
I gotta hear who won that. Was it your cat?
It was a draw. The cat didn't quite catch up to the possum, but they were running around in circles, and
I don't think I've ever heard of a cat and a possum going at it. Well, you got to tell me all about it a little later, and we will definitely talk about Wrestlemania because it was crazy. I loved every bit of it. But first, let's get into some basketball, some NBA. We have the playoffs, baby. We are officially in the thick of the 2026 NBA playoffs. And the first week, Dizzy, it didn't disappoint. Let's see. It started with an upset in Detroit. Dizzy, did you see what happened over there with Orlando?
No, the Magic had some magic going on in game one, and it's a major upset over the top-seeded Pistons. I don't think anybody ever had the Pistons losing the first game at home, let alone any games in this first-round series at home. Like,
especially to the Magic.
You know, Orlando just had everything clicking. You know, they took care of Charlotte in the play-in, and it's all, you know, moving forward after that.
Yeah. Well, and look, and you can't forget Victor Wembanyama's debut over the weekend. He had 35 points to lead the Spurs over the Blazers. 35 points. This guy.
Yeah. No.
Did you see any of the highlights? Like, there was one where he blocked the shot without even having to jump. Like,
he's just a freak. Like, he's just a freak. Like, there's no other way to say it. He's absolutely insane. And then you saw, you know, glimpses of the LeBron of old, and in his first game.
Was nice to see.
That was pretty insane. It's just some very intriguing matchups. Like, Minnesota went toe-to-toe with Denver, and the Hawks. And the Hawks and the Knicks also went toe-to-toe. It's just...
They're stepping up. They step it up in playoffs.
You know, it's a completely different type of NBA playoffs.
I don't get why they can't have this intensity during the season. Besides, it's too many games. Maybe? Oh. Yeah.
We're talking about the extras at the end of the paycheck now.
Yeah,
the regular season has been played off. Now they're playing for bonuses.
The extras. Okay, so they got to step it up a bit because I know they got some big bills. Those in the NBA. All right, so that was the regular season. I mean, I'm sorry, that's the playoffs. It's still going on. Like you said, LeBron stepped it up. I don't know if KD, if he's going to step in eventually, but when he does, Lakers.
It was to psych out the Lakers. He was resting one day just to psych out the Lakers.
Think so?
No, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
Okay.
I just hope the Rockets eliminate the Lakers just because I don't want the Lakers to go anywhere. But that's just me.
I know the hate. I can hear the hate and feel the hate. It's okay. It's all
not
right.
hate,
Well, we'll
it's
see
my
what
reality.
Look, we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. Anyway, the regular season is in the books, right? So the ballots are being tallied, and the 2026 awards race is looking absolutely historic. Dizzy. Let's break down who's taking home the trophies. Let's see. Let's start with the MVP finalists. Woo!
Shorty, this category is just stacked. It's a bunch of heavy hitters. SGA, the Joker Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. This is just. It is so stacked. If Shai could get back-to-back MVPs, would be insane.
Yes.
Jokic is just a triple-double machine, and we were just talking about Victor Wembanyama. Like he's insane. He's just insane.
This one's tough. Who would you go with, Dizzy?
I personally think that Victor should take it, but you can't discredit that SGA and the Thunder are back-to-back number one seeds in the West.
Yes.
And then Jokic, I
don't know. He seems to, yes, SGA got it. Hopefully he can get it again. Yeah. The Joker.
But Victor, like Victor's also nominated for another award. Like this is just
the defensive player of the year.
That's insane.
That one has to go to him. It will go to him. How are you that tall and it doesn't go to you? Come on.
And let alone the tallness
and dominance.
The dominance.
Yes. All right. Let's see what other categories we got here.
You got the Rookie of the Year.
Oh yes, the Rookie of the Year award. Cooper? They say it's really between Cooper and Khan over here.
It could easily go to Khan, and I wouldn't be upset, but they did hype up that last game that Cooper had against LeBron as a changing of the guards. So maybe Cooper's right now the front runner in that because just because of the way that it was hyped and because of the way that it felt. I don't want to discredit Philly's VJ Edgecombe. He had a great season, and I'm happy that he's up there. But I got a feeling Cooper's running away with that one. Yeah. And then you got the 6-man battle. This is shocking to me that Jaime Jaquez is in the talk. Like I've always thought of Jaime Jaquez as a great player, but the fact that he's nominated for a 6-man award is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
He's getting it done, and so is Tim Hardaway, and so is Clendon Johnson. But I've got a soft spot for Jaime because he's a UCLA grad, and Keldon's a huge reason why the Spurs have 50+ wins. So
also with Jaime, I think it would be cool to see him get it, and just on the same year that his sister won a championship and got drafted.
His sister did something that he couldn't do with UCLA. Let's just leave it at that.
But keep the wins coming in that family. Like that'd be great.
Insane. That would be amazing. Cool.
Okay, and then we also got Coach of the Year. Ooh, okay. There's some big steppers here. JB Bickerstaff of Detroit Pistons. You see what they're doing. Mitch Johnson of the Spurs. You see what they're doing. And Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla. He's been very consistent.
And you see what he's doing.
Okay. I don't know. This one's just as tough as the MVP, if you ask me.
I'd have to give the edge to JB Bickerstaff because he did the most with the least. But at the same time, he didn't do the most with the least, because when you got a team that comes together, you can't say that they're the least.
They actually got the most, right?
you just ended up with the most at the end of it all.
This is true. I think between Mitch and Joe,
I feel there was a snub. The Thunder coach should be in the talk, but
yeah, why not? Why not? Look what he's doing.
Only the best record in the West, right?
Exactly. Only the best record in the West. Well, as the ballots come in, we will definitely present some results here. Good luck to everybody on that one. Let's move on. WNBA. Ooh.
Let's get it.
Okay, well, the WNBA preseason is just a few days away, starting April 25th. And after a long few months of negotiations with the league, the ladies are ready to take it to the court. But of course, they're enjoying their time off right now, as I would be. Let's take Washington Mystics' first draft pick and NCAA champion LaurenBetts. Yep, she was out in D.C. throwing the first pitch at a recent game, styling in her new jersey, her new baseball jersey.
Yeah,
mascot
and she threw it perfectly.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, she wasn't quite on the mound, but she got it over the plate very well. Probably better than I can do it.
She threw it straight. She threw it accurate. She didn't throw for power. She did her thing. Congrats to LaurenBetts on being picked to throw the first pitch. It's wonderful to see the recognition these girls from college to pros are getting. But Lauren wasn't the only one in the WNBA that was out and about.
Nope, he was. Nope, she wasn't. While Lauren was pitching, we had some aces enjoying their time in Vegas and nowhere else but, of course, Wrestlemania. Check them out. Got their belts.
They got their belts with their little aces, little tags on the side.
That's a box suite, I could tell.
Yeah, no, they're in the box suite. They're enjoying Mania. It's definitely must be good to be on top, it's definitely good to be the champ.
Dizzy, how much those tickets cost? Maybe like right below them.
Well, let's just say the cheapest ticket, the very last row, the very top row was $600.
The very top?
The very top. The ones that were touching the lights, they were $600.
All right, I don't want to spoil it because I actually enjoyed watching WrestleMania from the home experience. Oh, it was great. I got my own snacks for free. I got my comfy couch, my blankets, my surround sound, big screen. Priceless, Dizzy, priceless. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It was the spectacle of all spectacles. That is WrestleMania 42. It captured the sports and entertainment world this past weekend, as well as me and Dizzy, or Dizzy and I. I think it was a good move. Yeah, I did think it was a good move that they had the first hour on ESPN, because I'm sure they gained some new viewers and some new fans from that, including myself. I broke down and got the app, and I was stuck to my TV. Here's another subscription bill. Dizzy, remind me before my trial is up to cancel.
Why?
I'm in there now. Okay, all right. Well, that's why we need y'all to subscribe. Get this viewership up so I can pay my subscription bill, so I can bring you more fun talk about sports. But Dizzy,
that's priceless. That's just priceless.
It's for real. Help me. Help me. But Dizzy,
let's break it down. WrestleMania Saturday started with a 6-man tag. It started with a 6-man tag between the Usos and LA Knight as they defeated Division and I Show Speed. And then post-match, I didn't expect to see this, but we saw Speed show up and show out. He stood at the very top of the corner and then did a frog splash on top of Logan Paul, breaking the announcer's table. This is just pure athleticism from Speed. I know he's a great athlete. I know he's one of the fastest kids out there doing stuff and whatnot. but it also takes guts to stand up there in front of 50,000+ people, getting in the ring with the athletes that are just going to beat you up, trusting yourself, trusting them, putting your trust in your training, and then to do that suicide dive. That's what I'm going to call it. It was a suicide dive, not a frog splash. It was a suicide dive, and he hit it and he connected it, and you could see the look on his face afterwards. It's kind of like, oh my God, did I just do that?
Right? It was crazy to see him jump that high. Do you know how tall the poles are?
That drop was about 18 to 20 feet.
I'm sorry. What? Okay.
Plus whatever he jumped up
high. I should see. He got speed, and apparently he got some hops too. That match was crazy. Shout out to Ice Speed. Let's see what else. What happened? We had some unsanctioned match, right? With Jacob Fatu.
We had the unsanctioned match. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre went to war, and the Samoan Werewolf stood tall at the end. He took it to Drew and he beat him up, and there's not much left else to say. The women's eight woman fatal four-way for the women's tag team championships. Before any action could take place, Nikki Bella declared that she was unable to perform. In her place comes in Paige, and not just in her place, but her and her sister Brie become the new women's tag team champions. One of the biggest surprises by far was the return of Paige after an 8-year absence. New tag team champs. You're looking at them right there.
Yeah, looking bad ass. Okay. Speaking of more women, Becky Lynch, she defeated AJ Lee to once again become the women's intercontinental champ. Becky, that's right. Then Gunther choked out Seth Rollins after Rollins got speared by returning Braun Breaker. They're just cheating over there.
Look,
Gunther won.
You cannot hate against. You cannot hate against this result. No. Gunther got a little lucky. Braun Breaker came back and did his thing. It was one of the many surprises that we had, in Mania. But it was a great one. It was a great one. Like, look, Seth did not tap out. He just got choked out.
Well, I hate to see that happen to Seth, but that's WrestleMania, right? What else did we have? We had Liv Morgan and her shenanigans. Yep, got her the women's world title, defeating Stephanie Vaquer. We were also shocked, stunned and upset, but happy for the return of Bianca Belair and finding out that she and Montez are pregnant. Congrats to the EST, baby. Which now leads us to the main event between the Viper and the American Nightmare. You caught it right, Dizzy.
Look, this was it was a brawl. It was a fight. It was epic. It had, the production alone had everybody at the edge of their seats.
Production.
The spectacle was there. You had, Pat McAfee going through a table, Jelly Roll, breaking that table. You had a little bit of everything. Yeah. And in the end, Cody retains his championship, but post-match paid the consequences for it, getting hit by the belt and then hunted by the Viper.
Yeah,
this caused Cody to miss meet and greets on Sunday before WrestleMania.
Which
I'm sure the fans that had paid for those meet and greets were fairly upset. But at the same time, you have to understand that when you take a kick like Cody took, it might be a little too much to actually show up and start signing autographs the next day.
I think so. I would be laying down. That is for sure. And I hope that is what Cody is doing. Although he did, we'll get to Monday Night Raw in a little bit. So,
and then, in the post-match or in the post-conference,
Yeah.
you saw the winners kind of come up and talk a little bit. And really what everybody was looking forward to was the first match of WrestleMania Sunday, which saw all of us strutting with Ova.
Yes, I was there from beginning to end for
Ova
Sunday
took
night.
it to Brock. Like Ova took it to Brock. It was a short, but boy, was it hard hitting. In the end, Ova was the one standing tall.
Yes.
But what happened after the match really, I think, was unexpected. It left everybody absolutely speechless. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, took off his gloves, took off his boots, waved to the crowd, gave Paul Heyman the X that, he's out, he's done. It's the end of an era for this wrestler who's been in wrestling for about 25 years.
Wow.
When you leave your boots in the ring, that signifies the end of your career as a wrestler. The Vegas crowd immediately took to thanking Brock. There wasn't a dry eye in my house when this happened. Kudos to Brock. Kudos to an amazing career. And Ova, this is just the beginning for Ova. This is just the beginning for Ova. A lot of big things to come. But that was the start of Sunday. What happened next
Break it down.
Absolutely insane. Because you had the 6-pack ladder match in which Penta retained his Intercontinental title. But he didn't just retain his Intercontinental title. Like, we saw people breaking ladders, doing moves off of the top of ladders, people going through tables, people going into ring posts.
It was a lot. But it was fun.
Kudos to Javon Evans and JD McDonough and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee and Rusev, who all were part of this amazing performance. But at the end of the day, you saw Penta standing tall at the top of the ladder, retaining his belt, and still your Intercontinental Champion, Penta, Cero Miedo.
Look, I learned it, did you?
Yeah, you did.
I like that one. Shout out to Penta.
That was followed by Trick Williams, who broke in and broke out in his performance in Mania to win the U.S. title match. He whooped that Trick, and he whooped that Sami Zayn too.
He whooped that Trick. Did you see his entrance with the train?
That was a good one.
The train behind. I said, "Oh,
boy, that takes a lot of." That takes a lot to be pulling such a train of clothing. Like,
I don't know how they accomplished it, but that was well done.
He did it. He made it look good. He made it look fly, and he won. Not much else to it.
Looking forward to seeing more from him. Because so moving on,
tune into SmackDown. Tune into SmackDown for Trick.
Into SmackDown. Continuing with WrestleMania, Dominic Mysterio. He was trying to wiggle out of his match with Finn Balor backstage. He was also informed his match was now a street fight with the Demon. And the Demon, Finn Balor, took it to Dom, and he won. That was a cool match too.
Seen Finn take the character of the Demon out of his repertoire. It goes to show the level that you have to take it to in Mania and how big you have to make your match. Like, that's kudos
to him. I love all the different characters. Like, that's the Demon. You got to give me a little background on the Demon one day, but not right now. So moving on to this heavy hitter match, Rhea Ripley. She beat Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. And while Cena was trying to announce the paid attendance of both nights, The Miz and his sidekick jumped in and tried to have his Mania moment. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just want to back up to Rhea real quick.
All right.
Rhea and Jade. That was a fun match.
That was a brutal match too.
Jade, and I was impressed.
They definitely showed the athleticism that it
They
takes
gave
to
it.
be a female championship caliber wrestler.
Yes.
They didn't just show up. They almost stole the show.
Pretty close, if not pretty close. Okay, all right. Well, I'm looking
That
forward
ladder
to
match is still my favorite. The ladder match is still my
ladder
favorite
match.
from Sunday, but the
This
close
one
second
here.
was Rhea and Jade. Yeah,
I agree. Okay. So continuing here. So John Cena was trying to announce the paid attendance of both nights, and then the Miz and his sidekick jumped in and tried to have his little mania moment, right? But then Danhausen showed up with a group of minis, the little Danhausens, and took the Miz and Kit Wilson out in front of a Cena who could only laugh at the absurdity of all of it. This was interesting.
I mean, it was a
fun.
good.
It
was an entertaining. It was an entertaining little break between a very emotional women's championship match, and the main event, and kudos to the production team who thought of putting in Cena there with the Miz and Danhausen doing their shenanigans. It was entertaining. Like, I still don't quite understand Danhausen. But I will not speak. I will not speak ill of him because I do not want to be cursed.
No. We got number love for you, Danhausen. And the mini Danhausens. We got number love for you. But we got some questions. All right, but
she has questions. I don't have questions.
I legitimately have some questions because I'm learning. Shorty Bang Bang's learning. And boy, was Shorty Bang Bang taught something last night about a main event. I mean, not last night, Sunday night. The main event, it was CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And it got bloody and personal and brutal. Okay? And probably the most compelling story told in the history of WrestleMania. Coming from me, who is just getting into it. In the history of WrestleMania, this was such a compelling story. The crowd cheered both and clearly had no favorite. And in the end, we all acknowledged that man right there, the tribal chief, as the new world heavyweight champ. This was an exciting. You see how I had to hesitate. I had to pause a second.
Look, it's
like coming back to me. The night was amazing.
The overall spectacle of the weekend was absolutely insane.
Okay.
I hate that Roman won. I don't want to see the bloodline come back. Everything is indicating, based on Raw, that him and the Usos are back in together on Raw. Raw opened up with Oba coming out and basically saying the ruler has arrived, dropped the mic, walked out, and everybody was going nuts for Oba. I'm really looking forward to, at some point down the line in the very near future, to see Oba go up with Roman.
Yes,
that would be a good one.
That's the one.
Punk took to the mic. He was not apologetic. He was not upset that he lost, but he was telling everybody that he's going to stay ready for the next championship match. And apparently,
he is.
Cody Rhodes opened the door for CM Punk and Cody Rhodes to have a match down the line. I'm
here for it.
This is probably another epic match of wrestlers who came up the indies and now are on top of their game. All Ego Ethan Page debuted on Raw, and that was pretty much the end of the surprises until the tribal chief was confronted by Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And then Jacob Fatu said, I want what you have, but I don't want to be the tribal chief. I just want to be the champ. And
you want what he got. Some little family beef there.
These are cousins that haven't really liked each other for a while, because Jacob's got a criminal past, and he doesn't hide it. He doesn't hide behind it. He has a criminal past, and he did some time.
So he's ready. I can feel Jacob's energy. But it looks like he's gonna have to go through Roman to get that. And like you said, it might be set up later for Roman and CM Punk.
It's
Which
I'll-
was hey, I'm here. So this is all leading up to SummerSlam.
this is all leading up to
Everything.
because there's no rest, there's no stopping,
Yeah.
there's no breaks. Like Jacob Fatu says, all gas,
Yeah.
no brakes. Let's go.
All right. Well, I am captivated. They got me. I'm ready for some more wrestling. We're gonna talk more about wrestling as the soap opera continues.
And the soap opera continues with the NHL.
Yes, because they are in playoff mode, and unlike many other professional sports, there is only one.
One what?
You don't know this? There's only one, and there will only be one Stanley Cup. It's the unique trophy. Yes, that little, not little, big trophy. Yeah, well, it gets the team's name and year engraved, added to it every year. And it doesn't leave with the team, but for a short period before it goes back in possession to the NHL. Dang, so they take it back?
They take it back.
Wow, that's intense. Okay, well, we are seeing the teams that still fight for the honor and privilege of being added to hockey's rich history. I saw the Kings on that list a couple times. I saw Oilers.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of in the old school days. The Canadians were big time winners. The Leafs were big time winners.
Mm-hmm.
But then in more recent history, you've got the run by the Red Wings, you've got the run by the Lightning, you've got the run by the Panthers. Who's going to be in 2026? Hopefully the Kings. If it's up to me, if
then so shall it be. The Kings will be there.
I would love for Anze Kopitar to go out winning that cup. It's a tough playoff matchup against the Avalanche. Dallas is playing Minnesota. Vegas is playing Utah. Edmonton's playing Anaheim. The Sabres, Boston. The Lightning, Canadians. The Penguins and the Flyers. But you have to. You cannot. You cannot talk about the NHL playoffs without talking about what happened between Carolina and the Ottawa Senators. This was the very, very first playoff hockey match of the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how this got started? The puck dropped, and then you saw the two captains say, "Hi, how are you? How you doing, buddy?"
Oh, somebody said something.
Brady Tkachuk and Jordan Staal set the tone for this series and for the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
As only seconds into the series, they were already fighting. The gloves were off. The fight was on, and go get them. Look at that.
He said something about his mama. I mean, the puck barely dropped, and we going at it. Wow. He said something about his mother. I know he did. I know a bad mama joke when I see it. Well, that is some action-packed hockey playoffs. Woo! Let's see. We got to do a baseball.
In baseball, we can talk about how quickly the Dodgers have gotten.
Oh yeah, we can talk about them.
To 15 wins. They are, just crushing it. They are killing it. They are also the best start since 1977.
Yeah, boys. That's great.
That's crazy. So you're telling me the two championship teams from last year and the year before that didn't have the start that this team is having?
Since 1977.
Wow.
The boys are ready. The boys in blue are ready.
You know who's also ready?
Hmm.
Your Vegas Raiders are ready.
Oh, they are.
They're ready because the NFL draft is this week.
We're gonna be partying,
and the Bengals are making moves.
They are
making moves.
As a matter of fact, the Bengals traded their first round pick in this year's draft to the New York Giants for defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. There you go, right there, big 97. Lawrence was the Giants' first pick in the 2019 draft, and was in a contract for a year. But now the Giants hold 2 picks in the top 10, and their fifth pick, and now their 10th pick, thanks to the Bengals. Cincy also extended Lawrence's contract for an additional year worth $28 million.
Get paid, Dexter. Get your money, Dexter.
Big boy, get paid. $28 million. All right. Well, the NFL draft is this Thursday, April.
Now,
12th.
I asked the question: did the Giants get this pick so that they can trade the 5th and the 10th to the Raiders for the first pick and get the first pick overall?
Oh, I can see this.
I'm putting it out there just because when it happens, I can say that I said it first here.
Okay, we'll give it to you, Dizzy. Well, even as a Raider fan, we'll give that one to you. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. Let's move on. That would hurt. Moving on, we got some soccer.
Yeah,
MLS
let's talk about the other LA team. They were coming off a midweek draw against Liga MX side Cruz Azul in Mexico City, but that also got them their ticket to the semifinals of the CONCACAF Championship. But the reality of the brutal schedule hit them when they came home to BMO, and their tired legs were evident as San Jose just outran, outplayed, and outclassed LAFC as they dropped their second consecutive match, 4-1. San Jose is now tied for first as they have won 7 of their 8 games.
Why'd you say outclassed? Was they in a fight or something?
No, they just San Jose looks superior. Ooh. San Jose absolutely looks superior.
Sorry, LAFC fans. San Jose got you.
And you know what sucks is that when an in-state team gets you, they get bragging rights over you.
Yeah, they do, because I get it.
So I don't like losing to LAFC. I don't like losing to San Jose, and I like losing less to San Diego.
Noted. All right. Well, how about the Colorado Rapids?
Amazing story.
They hosted Lionel Messi and Inter Miami in front of a 75,824 people were in attendance. That's the second highest attendance in MLS history. This was at the Broncos' home, and this is the second. Okay, I said that. Second to the LA Galaxy. Is that so?
Is that so?
So they hosted LAFC at the Rose Bowl in 2023 and surpassing the LAFC crowd in the LA Coliseum that was earlier this year. The game did not disappoint as Messi scored twice, including the game winner for a 3-2 victory at the Mile High City, and Miami's first win since they parted ways with Javier Mascherano.
You know,
last week.
Kudos to Miami for getting it done in Mile High. It's not easy to play in the altitude. The air is thinner, but at the same time, look, Colorado put up a fight. Colorado showed up and showed out. Denver fans were treated to a spectacle. 5 goals is amazing. And that just leads to the fact that there were a total of 56 goals scored in match day number 8. That's about 4 goals a game. Let's quickly recap.
Okay. So let's look at the scores around the league as CF Montreal beats the New York Red Bulls 4-1, 6 days after they fired their skipper. And then Nashville SC's fruitful week continued as they beat Atlanta United 2-0 in the dirty South. RSL tallied 4 en route to beating San Diego FC 4-2 at home. The Sounders, they beat up St. Louis 4-1 in the Pacific Northwest. The Revs beat the Crew 2-1 in New England. Charlotte FC beat New York City FC 2-1 in Yankee Stadium. And the Minnesota United bested the Timbers 2-0. Orlando City fell at home 1-0 to the Houston Dynamo. FC Dallas tied with the Galaxy 2-2. FC Cincinnati and the Chicago Fire, they tied for 3-3, as did Toronto FC and Austin FC. And finally, the Philadelphia Union and DC United settled to a hard-fought 0-0 draw. A 0-0 draw. That's a real
You know
score.
what? It's a real score, and it kind of.
That sounds like we need to reschedule and try.
You gotta feel bad for the Philadelphia crowd that saw 0-0 draw when there were 56 goals scored the whole weekend and they weren't treated to a single one.
That's rough.
That's gotta suck just a little bit.
Do they at least get a halftime show or something?
That depends on them. I've never been to a game in Philly. As soon as I visit Philly, I'll go to a game and I'll tell you what they do at halftime. Because I know that I know what they do at the Galaxy. I know what they do at LAFC. They have DJs playing live music, and you'll get to see it.
Free popcorn, a free snack, something. That's crazy.
There ain't nothing free, girl.
If I paid for the tickets, what Denzel say? I'm leaving with something. 0-0 draw. That's crazy.
All right.
Go ahead, Disney. What else we got here?
In the CONCACAF Cup, we've got 2 MLS teams and 2 Liga MX teams looking to make their way to the finals. Nashville eliminated Club America. Tigres eliminated Sounders. They will face off in the first semifinal in Nashville as they host Tigres on Tuesday, April 28th. And LAFC, who bested Cruz Azul, Toluca bested the Galaxy. They will face off in BMO Stadium on Wednesday, April 29th. I kind of feel a little bit for the MLS teams hosting the Mexican teams in the first leg, because that means the second leg in May is going to be played in Mexico, and that makes it a little bit tougher because those Mexican fans, they can be brutal. They can be brutal. But best of luck to the MLS teams as they continue to make their way up the ranks in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Love it. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into some NASCAR. We haven't spoken about NASCAR in a minute. There was a flashback all around in Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series showdown at Kansas Speedway. It's the prevailing feeling that we've all lived through this before. There was the scent of another captivating finish at one of the circuit's raciest tracks, a turbulent climax made possible by a surprising shift to who wrote this? Did you write?
You're very poetic today.
Woo! All right, let's get to the chase here. NBA legend Michael Jordan was relishing another defining victory in the second act of his sports career when TylerReddick won his 5th race of the year. A feat like that of Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s run in 1987. Dale won a total of 11 and the championship that year. He won 11 championships that year.
No, he won 11 races and the championship.
And here's Tyler and MJ post-race.
First off, I feel like I have to say, obviously, just for how I feel, and I never like being on the other side of it. Really hate that for Christopher Bell. You know, it's good hard racing. 11 came up, and I took off tight. So, not thrilled. I got Christopher there. I hate that for him because he's having a good, solid day. So, man, it's just these late race restarts. It gets really, really crazy there. And obviously, I had to run on the 5, and I was just shocked I was able to get to his inside there. So, just an incredible supply house Toyota Camry all day long. So, yeah, it was really thankful we got that late caution.
This kid is on fire. You know, I don't even know what to say. I don't know if I can cool him down. He's unbelievable. That was an unbelievable last couple laps, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the whole team.
TylerReddick, another
winner,
another donut in victory.
Shout out to Tyler. So that's number What
Number
did we say?
5
That's
this
number
year.
what? 4?
Number five. Number
Number
five
5.
this year.
Okay. Keep it rolling, Tyler and MJ.
And Team Michael Jordan's race team, 2311, is just on a tear. And we also have to, give kudos to Bubba.
Hey,
Bubba Wallace
Bubba.
got his 300th start in NASCAR. This is no easy feat. Bubba has been doing this consistently. Congratulations to you for getting your 300th start. Hopefully we can see you in the winner's circle soon, because we really, just enjoy seeing you and wish you all the success in the world, along with Tyler and the rest of Team 2311. Be safe out there, guys. Be safe.
Please, we want to see it to the end, Bubba or Tyler. I think I'm here for Team Jordan. I'm here for Team Jordan. How about you? Yeah?
I am definitely, here for Team Jordan. It's kind of crazy that, his second calling is a race car owner. Like,
actually,
we saw him try to be a basketball owner, and we saw how that kind of went. We haven't seen him try to be a basketball coach. Hi, Baloo.
Yeah, I think Jordan, that's what he does. He wins and dominates wherever he goes. So shout out to number 23, the GOAT, if you ask me. All right. And what else we got here? We got the sports history. Sports today, the day in sports history. That's how you say it. Today in sports history, April 22nd. Not only is today, April 22nd, Earth Day, but it also happens to be the day the very first National League Baseball game was ever played. It was in 1876 between the Boston Red Caps and the Philadelphia Athletics at the Jefferson Steel Grounds, 11 years and 1 week after the end of the Civil War.
That is crazy.
First of all, let's look
at 150 years ago today.
That's long. That's way back.
That's way back.
Baseball. I'm tripping off with 11 years after the Civil War. But let's check out these outfits.
I mean, they look like they're dressed for a fancy.
They look dapper.
They don't look like they're dressed for baseball. Like, this is just it's a different era. It's different times. It definitely is.
That's a different era.
Because it basically looks like a dress shirt with a little vest and pants with high socks and
not a little vest. Yeah, and we had thought maybe the hats didn't come in maybe till later, or they just didn't wear it for
the picture. Because you also have to take into consideration that the way that the picture was taken, they had to stand still in a position for at least a couple minutes.
Oof.
Like that's the technology of the time. Like,
wow,
photography took multiple minutes and you couldn't move, or else it would be like blurry,
huh? And then you got to start all over. Do we know who won this game?
The Boston Red Caps beat the Philadelphia Athletics 6-5.
That's who I was going to say. See, I would have won some money back then too. I can tell when look at them. Anyway, well, okay. We got some fun news in baseball. Actually, a nice little story. It's just a nice one. So Austin Hedges had more than one win to celebrate last Sunday. After defeating the Baltimore Orioles 8-4 on Sunday, the Cleveland Guardians catcher brought even more excitement onto the field. He had a simple message appeared on the Progressive Field Jumbotron reading, "Lexi, will you marry me?" Oh. With just a few of his teammates remaining on the field, Hedges got down on one knee and popped the question while still in full uniform. Such a pro. In response, his girlfriend, Lexi Dickinson, immediately said, yes, I'll be your wife. He said, "I've had the ring since early spring training, but was just trying to figure out when the right time was going to be Hedges told reporters, I was going to do it regardless, but I really wanted to win that game to make it extra special. Oh, is this a Lifetime movie? What is this? This is so cute.
Look, this is absolutely.
It's okay, sports fans. Things could be cute. You could say cute. This was cute.
If I were a professional athlete, this is exactly how I would do it.
Right?
Like, you do it in your home stadium. You do it after a game that you've hard fought and won.
Yes.
Hopefully you had some good stats to go along with it. And then, you just kind of like, you wait for the right moment while on the field and you go, cue it. And then you play something on the Jumbotron and then pop the question and then look at her face. She's just like, I can't believe you did this. He looks happy as hell, but she looks shocked.
It's perfect, Mom. We made for perfect pictures. She got his name on the back of her jacket, got the baseball purse. I'm happy for them. Shout out to Lexi.
She's not only the girlfriend now.
No. New girlfriend. She's a fiance. Well, congrats to them. Dizzy. Congrats to you, our viewers, for making it through our show. We had fun. Dizzy, you had fun today?
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
Today was fun. Today was fun. We got to talk a lot of wrestling. I like that.
It's because it was WrestleMania weekend. Like we cannot discredit the fact that the whole week in Vegas was absolutely filled with surprises and appearances.
Yeah.
Shocking returns. I never saw Paige coming back. I never saw her coming back this weekend. No. That was a very welcome surprise.
You never know what you can expect with WWE, but we got the SmackDown coming up, right? And more.
We got the NFL draft to talk about on the next show.
NFL draft, more NBA playoffs. Look, you already know. That's what we do. We talk about the sports that we love, and we love you all for tuning in. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, say what's up to me or Dizzy. Sometimes Dizzy hits you back. Sometimes he doesn't. All right. Don't beat him up. Baloo says it's time to go.
Baloo needs to go for a walk.
Everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time. I'm Shorty Bang Bang.
I'm Dizzy. They be talking.
They be talking.